Greetings, welcome everyone to the next episode of Let's Play Final Fantasy XIV with Tor. In the previous episode, we are asked by the Adventurers Guild in Limsa to investigate Sastasha Seagrot, as they had reports it was being used by a group of pirates that aligned themselves with the Beast Tribe and were fighting against Limsa. We joined a group of 4 and we cleared out the dungeon. So now we have a business in Gridania, as we are now eligible to take the level 20 Lancer Guild quest. So let's go to our guildmaster and let's see what they have. Guildmaster Yuane has a trial in mind for you, which promises to be more dangerous than any of thus far. I have been expecting you, Lightbringer. You have been training hard, I trust. I would set you your next trial, one more dangerous than you have faced before. But I would not send an unprepared woman to her death. Before we proceed, I must needs verify your progress with my own eyes. You will face 3 experienced Lancers in single combat. Defeat each one in succession, and you will prove yourself fit to undertake the trial. Arm yourself and take your place in the training area. We begin when you are ready. All right. Next. Next. Enough. Put up your lance. Well done, Lightbringer. So, we have passed the test. Let's see what the real trial is. Impressive, Lightbringer. Most impressive. You are ready to face the trial. Yet I did not exaggerate when I said it would be dangerous. Make no mistake. To take this test is to risk death. Knowing this, do you still wish to proceed? You disappoint me. Back again, are you? That woman is the only soul in this pathetic excuse for a guild who shows any promise, which is why I counseled her to leave you. Alas, she chose to remain in your house of cravens. Such a waste. This guild has outlived its purpose, and I mean to see its doors shut and barred for good. If you wish to object, I invite you to do so with your lance in hand. You do not want for confidence, sir, but answer me this. What grudge do you hold against us? For what reason did you choose this of all crusades? I detest cravens who would proclaim their courage and like nothing better than to crush them. That is my reason. Well, the 50 the fixity of your purpose is clear, even if your reasoning is not. So be it. Suffice it to say, you will not have your way without a fight. Oh, but I do not presume that I will be your opponent. No, you must face the Lancer over whom you so grandly claimed mentorship. The one woman amongst us whose potential you consented to acknowledge. Lightbringer shall represent us all. As Guildmaster, I wager the fate of the guild upon her. Lance. Ha! Do as you will, coward. It is your guild to throw away. You may even set the terms of the contest. Very well, Lightbringer is here to undertake a trial. I challenge you to complete the task before she does. You are to travel to the East Shroud and prove your courage before the Lord of the Bramble Patch. He is a giant amongst boars, unrivaled in strength and savagery, and ruler over all his kind. You must go before his fearsome creature and stand your ground. Know, though, that the Lord of the Bramble Patch will not grant an audience to just anyone. You must needs present him an offering of the bloody tusks of his subjects, the wild boars that inhabit his domain. When you have prepared your offering, leave it upon an area of trampled earth. Drawn to the stench of blood, the Lord of the Bramble Patch will soon appear. That is all. Are there any questions? No? Then let the trial commence. So now we have to go to the East Shroud, we have to kill some boars, and then we have to face a bigger boar. So, as before, just go ahead, leave the guild, go down these stairs, and we're going to take the ferry to the East Shroud. No, we are still changing our gear a lot right now, but eventually you're going to want to start making a habit of going to a mender, speaking with them, and having to have them repair your gear. We're doing right now because everything is in the 90s, but as you get higher, your gear is not going to change as much, and so you're going to want to make a habit of stopping by a mender and repairing everything. Of course, I don't really know what happens when something goes to zero or breaks. I'll imagine that it's either unequipped or just can't use it. So we need to go to hunt wild boars. And looking at the map, yeah, we have to go into the Bramble Patch through this log here. This essentially is straight down from where the landing was. See, and you'll have this queue quest on there. And you will automatically acquire the tusks. So this is the Bramble Patch. It is a collection of groves like this that are separated by thin passages, like the log back there, or similar. There is also another secret amongst here that I'll show you in just a bit. I think we need to go up here for the secret. So, from the main entryway that we're at, go up, follow the steep path here. So go ahead and just follow this path. Don't aggro any of the beasts, and soon you will come upon a structure. The Sanctum of the 12. And I believe if you were to get married in game, this is where it would happen. And this is a kind of a hidden little area in the Bramble patch. In fact, you can see there's a celebration going on over there. Don't know if it's anything particular, but yeah, this is a little hidden gem that you may want to come visit. Anyway, back to our task at hand. Okay, and we are ready to, we have our offering of tusks. We are ready to face the Lord of the Bramble Patch. So I don't know if this guy's going to spawn ads, but if he does, you're definitely going to want to take care of him first. The wager is as good as one. Behold the true meaning of courage. If you do get injured, you can use this. You shan't find much sport in these two. Come back another day, my friend. Well done, Lightbringer. You have completed the trial. I trust you now see the truth in my words. Hurling yourself into the midst of danger is not courage, it's folly. No, this proves nothing. I refuse. I refuse to accept. You refuse to accept the weakness within you. No, Lightbringer, leave him be. Your work here is done. Return to the guild. I shall see you there presently. All right. I will not lie to you. You are no match for the Lord of the Bramble Patch. Had you betrayed any hint of fear, he would have gored you in the space of a moment and feasted on your entrails. But you stood your ground, holding fast to your composure and resolve. Thus were you able to state terror in the face and survive unscathed. Well done, Lightbringer. You have overcome the greatest hurdle in the quest to become master of your own courage. You may now bring to bear the full extent of your abilities upon even the mightiest of foes. As for ffxiv, well, if there is a shred of reason left in him, he will have learned the self-same lesson as you this day. Painful though the experience must surely have been, one can only hope that it will serve to open his eyes to the truth. Go forth, Lightbringer, and prepare yourself for future trials. I look forward to our next meeting. So we will take the helmet. So the next Lancers Guild quest won't be available to us until level 25. We are level 22 right now. So let's go ahead and equip our new gear. Update the gear set. And we are now ready to take on the next main story quest, which is Call of the Forest. And this is a request that Gridania had out that we learned about through the Lemsa Adventure Guild. And he actually referred us back to Gridania. Take a seat wherever you like, friend. Our waitress will come to take your... Oh, it's you, Lightbringer. 'Tis so good to see you again. What's that? Here at Belder on suggestion, you say? The foul-mouthed rogue sends me word that an adventurer might be along for the job, and it turns out to be you. Well, this makes things a lot easier, doesn't it? With regard to the task in question, there is a fair bit to tell. Let me know when you are ready to hear the details, and I shall brief you. Okay. Fire in the Gloom. Minoon is waiting to brief you on the task. Ready for that briefing? Good. Now then, here's the long and short of it. Beg pardons for interrupting, Minoon, but our need grows ever more pressing. Have none step forward. Ah, good evening to you, Bolord. Your need must be pressing indeed for you to honor us with a visit. Good news is, your journey hasn't been wasted. I am pleased to report that we have a volunteer at last, one who comes highly recommended at that. Well, if it isn't our very own woman of all seasons. You certainly have a knack for appearing when you're most needed, Lightbringer. My thanks for answering the call. Now, time is of the essence, so I shall proceed directly to the heart of the matter. We wish for you to nip a potential threat to Gridania in the bud. Beneath the central shroud, there lies an underground burial site called the Tamterra Deepcroft. The place was once a Gilmoran settlement, but we Gridanians have long interred our dead there. Of late, however, shadowy figures have been sulking around the Deepcroft, and with ever-increasing regularity. Based on the accounts of various witnesses, we suspect that these individuals belong to the Lambs of Dalamud, a doomsday cult which sprung up prior to the calamity. These zealots have proven themselves dangerous in the past, and we leave them to their own devices at our peril. Ordinarily, I would have dispatched my best men to the Deepcroft with orders to flush the cultists out. Alas, the calamity decimated our ranks, and the limited forces at my disposal are constantly required to keep the Ixol at bay. Since we thwarted their attack on the Gridanian tree, the birdmen have not allowed us a moment's respite. They have probed every ilm of our defenses in search of a weakness, compelling me to spread our forces far more thinly than I would like. The situation so being, we have no choice but to entrust the task of dealing with the Lambs of Dalamud to others. Can we rely upon you to handle this matter, Lightbringer? You have my gratitude. Once you have seen your preparations, pray make your way to the Deepcroft and identify yourself to the guard posted at the entrance. He will apprise you of the latest developments. That is all. Be careful out there, you hear? May the crystal keep you and guide you and keep you. So, in the previous dungeon, the cave was being taken over by pirates that were allied against Limsa, and so we had to clear them out. Now we have a doomsday cult, which has taken up residence in a crypt. And doomsday cults hanging around in crypts does not bode well. So the next dungeon is going to be up to us to clear the idiots out of the crypt, so that the Gridanians dead may continue to rest in peace. So to get there, essentially we want to go to Bent Branch Meadows, and then we want to go to the left. So, see you in Bent Branch. Okay, and we came in from the front gate of Bent Branch Meadows. See, that's the balloon over the ranch. Usually we come in through the side gate. That's next to the route that goes to the upper area. So you want to turn left, and you want to head south-southeast. And this is not the first time we've gone this way. We've gone this way during one of our quests in the Gridania starting arc. So, at the fork, turn right. So we are going southwest. And you can see we're getting close to our target here. Now, here, previously we've gone straight into the area back there. We want to turn right and head west down this into the entryway into the Tamtera Deepcroft. So, now do keep in mind the skeletons in here. They are hostile. They will not attack you if you are high of a level. I forget exactly what the difference is. It might be like 7 levels or something like that. But if you go behind them, you can skip them. But simply talk to God's Quiverbow. You're a Lightbringer Kasmeer, I take it. Thanks for helping us out, friend. No doubt the Warlord has already informed you, but your task is to enter the Deepcroft and purge it of the Lambs of Dalamud. In case you're unfamiliar with them, the cult emerged shortly before the Calamity put an end to the 6th Astral Era. The cultists took the Lesser Moon, Dalamud, for their god, believing that it would deliver them from the devastation. And so they were rather disappointed when Dalamud exploded into 1,000 flaming pieces before it could complete its descent. Now, having seen their god turn to ash, one would think that the cultists might feel moved to question their faith. On the contrary, it served to only stoke the flames of their fanaticism. The Lambs of Dalamud are convinced that the heretics, that is to say everyone but them, interfered with the coming of their Lord and Savior, and that it's now their sacred duty to avenge him. Whatever it is they're doing in Deepcroft, you may be sure that no good will come of it. For the sake of Gridania and Eorzea at large, put an end to their madness. We can now access a Deepcroft through the duty finder or through the duty supports. And you can see this little icon above entrance that shows up when the support, when the duty support is available. And sure enough, we can go through it. But I'm going to cut it short here. Let me go out. Actually, let's go outside where I have a bit more light. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and cut it here. I'm going to cut it short because I'm going to want a full episode for the dungeon, since as it will most likely take up a full length of time. So next time we will continue with our second dungeon, evicting the cultists from the Tamtera Deepcroft. Until then, thanks for watching and take care, my friends.